In a moment that has stunned the world and sent shockwaves through Buckingham Palace, a dramatic shift in the royal family has unfolded. Camilla has stepped down as Queen Consort, and in an unexpected twist, Kate Middleton has officially taken on the iconic title of Princess of Wales. This isn't just about tradition. It's a powerful turning point in the monarchy's story. As one chapter ends, another begins, and Kate is stepping into a legacy once defined by Princess Diana. Part 1. The crown unexpectedly shifts. Buckingham Palace has long been a fortress of tradition, but recent events have shattered expectations in the most dramatic way. Camilla, once officially titled Queen Consort after years of careful preparation and slow public acceptance, has stepped down from her role. And in a surprising turn of events, it is not a seasoned royal figure who replaces her. It is none other than Kate Middleton, the Duchess of Cambridge, now rising to assume the legendary title of Princess of Wales. This isn't just a ceremonial change, it's a seismic shift in the very fabric of the monarchy. For decades, the title of Princess of Wales was left untouched, frozen in time out of respect for its last holder, Diana. Camilla herself had refused the title when she married Charles in 2005. Knowing well that the shadow of Diana still loomed too large, her decision had always been viewed as both respectful and strategic, a way of avoiding public backlash and honoring the late princess's enduring popularity. So what has changed? Why now? Royal insiders whisper of internal discussions, public perception reports, and a broader mission to modernize the monarchy for a new generation. Kate, with her calm grace, charitable efforts, and relatable demeanor, has become the natural bridge between tradition and progress. The announcement has taken the world by storm. With headlines buzzing from London to Los Angeles, the British public, once fiercely loyal to Diana's memory, now sees in Kate a worthy successor. Not a replacement, but a continuation. As Camilla quietly retreats from the spotlight, it's Kate who steps into history's glare. And with that single decision, the House of Windsor has entered a bold new era. The monarchy isn't just changing, it's evolving. And Kate is now at its heart. Part 2, Kate's rise was never meant to be rushed. From the very beginning, Kate Middleton's journey into royalty has been one of steady ascension. Unlike Diana, who was thrust into the global spotlight overnight, Kate had years to acclimate, to observe, and to grow into the woman the monarchy would one day need. Her courtship with Prince William began in the early 2000s at the University of St. Andrews, blossoming quietly before it ever made headlines. By the time they marry in April of 2011, the world was watching, but Kate was ready. Over the years, her public appearances became more poised, her voice more confident, and her influence more apparent. But still, no one expected her to step into Diana's shoes so soon. The title of Princess of Wales had remained dormant for decades, avoided even by Camilla out of respect for the emotional storm it stirred in the hearts of the public. Yet now, Kate wears it gracefully and without hesitation. It's not just a name, it's a mantle of history, duty, and symbolism. Her assumption of the title signals more than a simple change in titles. It reflects a deeper transformation within the royal family. For years, conversations behind palace walls considered how best to modernize the institution without losing its roots. Kate has proven herself the answer, elegant yet approachable, traditional yet forward-thinking, with her hand firmly placed on the future of the monarchy. This rise was not sudden, but years in the making. And now that the moment has arrived, it's clear she was never a placeholder. She is the embodiment of a carefully orchestrated future, one that both honors Diana's legacy and writes a chapter uniquely her own. Part 3. Camilla's calculated retreat from Diana's shadow. Camilla's entrance into royal life was anything but simple. Her relationship with Prince Charles, now King Charles, was the source of national scandal in the 1990s and the subject of endless tabloid speculation. When they married in 2005, public sentiment was still bruised by the memory of Princess Diana. The palace knew that giving Camilla the title of Princess of Wales would provoke outrage, and so she became the Duchess of Cornwall. a move that was both politically shrewd and emotionally delicate. For years, Camilla played her part with restraint, gradually earning a measure of respect, if not affection. She appeared at state functions, supported Charles's work, and rarely sought the spotlight. It was 2022 when Queen Elizabeth II expressed her wish for Camilla to be known as Queen Consort upon Charles's ascension. It marked a pivotal acceptance of Camilla within the royal fold. And yet, it was never absolute. The title of Princess of Wales remains sacred ground, untouchable because it belonged, in the eyes of the people, to Diana, and perhaps always would. Camilla's recent resignation from her title suggests a recognition of this truth. It is as though the monarchy has finally admitted what the public always knew. Some legacies cannot be overridden. And rather than try, Camilla has stepped aside, leaving room for someone who can carry the title without igniting old wounds. Her departure is not a failure, but an acknowledgement of boundaries history refuses to blur. It's a final act of grace from a woman who spent 2 decades repairing an image and redefining her place in royal history. And in her exit, she has given Kate the space to shine. Part 4. Diana's shadow still lingers in every room. The ghost of Princess Diana never truly left the royal family. Her presence is felt not just in portraits or public tributes, but in the expectations placed on every woman who follows her. Diana transformed the monarchy in the 1980s and 1990s, not by challenging its rules outright, but by embodying its heart. She was vulnerable, relatable, and deeply human in a way no royal before her had dared to be. From her work with AIDS patients to her historic walk through a landmine field in Angola in 1997, Diana redefined what it meant to serve. She didn't just wear crowns, she wore emotion, sincerity, and purpose. When she died in that tragic car crash in Paris in August of 1997, the world grieved as if they had lost a family member. And in many ways, they had. The monarchy never fully recovered from her loss, nor did it ever truly stop feeling her presence. Every gesture by her sons, every appearance by a royal woman is compared, consciously or not, to Diana's legacy. It's a high bar, and an impossible one at times, but Kate, to her credit, has never tried to be Diana. She has, instead, allowed Diana's spirit to inform her choices without overshadowing them. From embracing charitable causes to connecting with people in genuine, unscripted moments, Kate has found her own rhythm. The weight of the title Princess of Wales comes with history, sorrow, and a story unfinished. But perhaps that's exactly why Kate is the right person to carry it forward, not to replace Diana, but to honor her, and in doing so, bring healing to a name that still stirs so much emotion. Part 5. A modern royal for a modern age. Kate Middleton's elevation isn't just a matter of protocol, it's a matter of relevance. In a time where monarchies across the world are questioned for their purpose, Kate offers an answer that feels both timeless and new. She is not just a figurehead. She is a mother, an advocate, and a woman with a strong sense of identity. Over the past decade, her work has quietly evolved from ceremonial ribbon cuttings to policy-driven initiatives. In 2020, she launched the 5 Big Questions campaign, focused on early childhood development, engaging the public in conversations that truly mattered. Through this project, and others under the Royal Foundation, she has shown an understanding of the changing role of the monarchy in a society that values action over symbolism. Kate's mastery of public engagement, her sincerity in causes like mental health and family support, and her poised media presence have made her one of the most admired public figures in the world. As younger generations increasingly question the relevance of royal tradition, Kate stands out as a bridge between the past and the present. She has used her platform to educate rather than dictate, to influence rather than dominate, and in doing so, she has redefined what it means to be royal in the 21st century. Now, with the title of Princess of Wales resting on her shoulders, she carries not only the memory of Diana, but the expectations of an evolving nation. In many ways, she is the monarchy's best hope for survival in a skeptical age. Her rise represents not just continuity but change. And that is precisely what the institution needs to stay alive. Parts 6-10 coming next message. Continuing the script with parts 6 to 10, each within the required 360 word range, and long paragraphs using year dates written in words. Part 6, from university sweetheart to national symbol. Kate Middleton's transformation from a university student to the Princess of Wales is the kind of story that sounds like royal fiction, yet it unfolded in real time under the eyes of millions. Meeting Prince William at the University of St. Andrews in the early 2000s, their relationship was allowed to grow away from the cameras, nurtured in dorm rooms and on quiet campus walks. When their engagement was announced in 2010 using Diana's sapphire engagement ring, it was a symbolic moment, a literal passing of a legacy. By the time their grand wedding took place in April of 2011, the world was watching a new chapter begin. But what followed wasn't just fairy tale bliss. Kate entered a world filled with scrutiny and responsibility. Every step she took was analyzed, every dress, every word, every decision became a headline, yet she never faltered. She matured publicly, learned the rhythms of royal duty, and became a mother to 3 future heirs, all while carving her identity as a working royal. Unlike Diana, who faced many of these pressures while still finding her own voice, Kate had time to observe and evolve. With Prince William always by her side, Kate's journey wasn't one of sudden upheaval, but of consistent growth. Her poise under pressure, ability to remain grounded, and her intentional focus on long-term initiatives have made her a pillar of the royal family. Now, as the Princess of Wales, she stands not just as William's partner, but as a symbol in her own right. Her story has never been about overnight fame. It's been about resilience, dedication, and slow, steady evolution. A journey that echoes the very kind of modern monarchy the crown hopes to represent in the years to come. Part 7, the power of public sentiment and Diana's unyielding legacy. One of the most remarkable forces influencing the royal family's decisions has always been public sentiment. It was public affection that turned Diana from a royal figure into a global icon. Her ability to connect with people on a deeply emotional level, from hospital visits to minefield walks, made her feel more like a sister or friend than a distant princess. This emotional connection didn't vanish with her death in August of 1997. In fact, it grew stronger, shaping how the public viewed every royal decision afterward. When Camilla married Charles in 2005, the palace's strategic choice to avoid the title Princess of Wales was not just about respect, it was about survival. The royal family understood that invoking Diana's title would be seen as sacrilege. Even decades later, any misstep involving Diana's legacy can spark a national firestorm. That's why Kate's recent ascension is so monumental. Public opinion has shifted, not away from Diana, but toward a readiness to see the title carried with grace again. Kate's widespread popularity, built not on flash, but on years of quiet service, has given her the kind of approval no royal can manufacture. She has done what few before have managed, earned the trust of a skeptical, media-savvy public, and because of that trust, her taking on the Princess of Wales title has been met not with backlash, but with applause. The monarchy's decision reflects this shift, as it now embraces a version of royalty that balances emotional resonance with institutional strength. Diana's legacy hasn't been erased, it has been protected, and now, through Kate, it is being continued with care. The palace didn't forget the lessons of the past. They simply waited until the right woman came along to carry them forward. Part 8, the rebirth of the Princess of Wales title. The title Princess of Wales is not just a name, it's a crown of emotional weight, wrapped in public memory and bound by the legacy of one extraordinary woman. After Diana's tragic passing in August of 1997, the title went unused. Camilla, though eligible, made the conscious decision to avoid it. She knew that public emotions were still too raw, and that comparisons to Diana would only deepen resistance. And so, for more than 2 decades, the title remained in the shadows, untouchable. But But now, in the year 2022, a new chapter has begun. Kate Middleton, after years of preparation and service, has stepped into the role not as a replacement, but as a revival. Her assumption of the title signals that the royal family believes the time is right, that the public is ready. Kate has not only embraced the responsibilities that come with it, but she's also breathed new life into it. Her public image is one of kindness, modernity, and balance. She represents a shift from spectacle to substance, from inherited titles to earned admiration. While Diana's connection to the title was defined by a struggle against institutional coldness, Kate's is being shaped by harmony with it. That contrast is not a betrayal of Diana's memory. It's a sign of growth. It means that the title, long considered too sacred to touch, can now exist again without controversy. Through Kate, the Princess of Wales becomes more than a tribute. It becomes a living, evolving role. One that respects the past, but faces forward. One that holds pain, yes, but also progress. This rebirth marks not just a new royal title, but a new era for the monarchy. One in which legacy and leadership can finally coexist. Part 9. Royal Duties Redefined. Kate's Unique Touch. If there's one thing that sets Kate Middleton apart in her royal role, it's her ability to make duty feel personal. Unlike many royals of the past, whose responsibilities felt ceremonial or distant, Kate's engagements often strike a chord because they are deeply connected to real issues. When she speaks on mental health, early childhood, or the challenges facing families, she speaks not just as a royal, but as a woman, a mother, and a citizen. In March of 2012, her speech at East Anglia's children's hospices marked a turning point in her public presence. No longer just a graceful royal consort, Kate began to show that she had a voice, a mission, and a plan. Her later initiatives, like the Royal Foundation Center for Early Childhood and her increasing involvement in mental health advocacy, cemented that evolution. Through her patronages, her speeches, and her presence on global tours, she redefined what it means to serve. Even during glamorous international visits, such as those to India, Canada, and Pakistan, she managed to spotlight causes that matter. Her work has often avoided sensationalism and focused instead on long-term impact. That's what gives Kate her quiet power. She isn't chasing headlines, she's building legacies. And now, with the title of Princess of Wales, her platform has grown even stronger. What was once a role dominated by expectation is now a canvas for action. Kate's version of royalty doesn't retreat behind palace walls. It shows up, listens, and responds. In a world that increasingly demands authenticity, she offers something rare. A royal who understands both duty and emotion, both tradition and transformation. Through her royal responsibilities are no longer confined to waving from balconies. They're about getting involved, creating change, and leading with heart. Part 10. A legacy carried, a future forged. With Kate Middleton now bearing the title of Princess of Wales, the royal family steps into its next chapter with cautious optimism. The title, once held so powerfully by Diana, is no longer frozen in time. Instead, it breathes again, reimagined, respected, and relevant. Kate's journey into this role has been decades in the making, forged through patience, resilience, and a quiet strength that has never demanded attention, yet always earned it. She does not seek to replace Diana, nor could she, but she understands what the title means. It's not about pageantry, it's about people. And as Kate continues to grow in her public work, her steady influence is carving a new path for the monarchy. One that values empathy just as much as ceremony. One that honors history without being bound by it. Prince William, too, has been pivotal in this transition. By choosing Kate, supporting her, and encouraging her individuality, he has helped build a partnership that echoes the best hopes of the royal family. Together, they offer a vision of royalty that is both rooted and renewed. Yet the road ahead will not be without challenges. Expectations remain sky high. Comparisons to Diana will never fully fade. But Kate carries the title not as a burden, but as a tribute and a promise. A promise to serve to evolve, and to ensure that the monarchy continues to matter in a rapidly changing world. With her, the royal family does not erase the past. It learns from it. And as she walks forward, under the weight of a crown once worn by hearts alone, the world watches not just a princess, but a leader. Kate Middleton is no longer in waiting. She is the moment. And the monarchy may never be the same again.